Hi, I'm Melissa, and today I am going to show you how I do my bias tape on the inseams of my coastal cargos, which I think is the most difficult part of this pattern, but it's not too hard if you go slowly. So let me switch the camera over to my sewing machine and I'll show you how I do it. I have my pants here with the bias tape sewn down one side and not sewn on the other side. And I'm going to bunch up my pant leg so that I can get it under my needle. So I've got the camera up as high as I can, and hopefully I can get the, hopefully you can sort of see what I'm doing here. I have my pants leg all bunched up, and I am making sure by kind of keeping my thumbs underneath the pant leg that I'm not sewing through more than just the bias tape and one layer of the pants. And I sew right along the edge of the bias tape. I'm stretching it into place as I go. And then stopping, preferably with the needle down, to kind of rearrange the pants when I need to. And as you can see, I can only sew about an inch or so at a time before I have to rearrange my bias tape and move my pants a little. And then at the bottom of the leg, I usually actually leave the needle in and sew right across the bottom of the tape. And then get my needle in place on the other side of the tape and start sewing up and bunch it as I go. And if you stop to kind of rearrange or anything, just try to make sure that you stop with the needle in the fabric so that it keeps everything in place. And I'm not sure if you can see on the video now, I'm kind of sewing at the bottom of a tube that the leg is making around my needle shape. Okay, at the crotch seam is where I stop because that's about as far as you can bunch this before you run out of room to sew. So we'll go ahead and cut that out, and you can see that on this side, on this side I now have the tape, and its bias tape is sewn down on both sides. I do have some little threads that I need to trim from the seam allowance, but I can use some small scissors and trim those. But now I have a nice finish detail on the outside, and on the inside I don't have any raw edges that are going to show when I roll the pant legs up.